Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you 5 must-have farms for your Minecraft world. All of them are going to be beginner friendly, so no matter if you've just started your world or you've had it for a bit, these farms are going to come in extremely handy in some cases. For example, this cow farm for food, or this lava farm for fuel. So let's get right into the video. Let's start things off with a simple expandable sugarcane or bamboo farm. This build, if made big enough, will produce huge amounts of your chosen crop. So, what are the needed materials for one tile? Well, first you'll need these blocks in exact amounts, and if you're going to make a sugarcane farm instead of a bamboo one, then you'll also need a water bucket and a block which can be waterlogged, like stairs or leaves. Building this farm might be even more simple than it looks. First, place a chest down and a hopper above going into it. Next, place a mud block above the hopper. Other blocks might not work because mud, not being a full block, lets items pass through it. Then, place a building block behind the mud and above the one already placed. Now you can destroy the first one. After that, place a piston and an observer facing where the crop is going to be planted. Now place a block behind the piston and redstone dust on it. If you're making a sugarcane farm, then place a block to be waterlogged like leaves behind the mud and put water into it. Now, if you place your crop, your farm is going to start working, but the items might sometimes fall out of the hopper's range. So to fix that, place a few glass blocks surrounding the farm to make the items always go in the chest. When you finish, you should be left with something like this. You can expand this farm to however big you want. You could even fill a whole chunk with them if you wanted to. The next farm I'm going to show you is an automatic iron farm. While this build might have a lot of different variations, I'm going to show you the most simple and material friendly one. The materials for this build are a few building blocks of choice, somewhere around a stack, 3 hoppers, 5 villager workstations like barrels, 4 buttons, a name tag, wall blocks, lava and water, 3 signs, 40 glass blocks, and 5 beds. So let's get to building. First, make a 10 block pillar and a 5x5 platform surrounding it. Then place a layer of glass on the border about from 1 block. Once you've done that, fill the gap with 5 beds, and add your villager workstations in the exact places I did. Now add another 2 layers of glass. After that, kidnap 5 villagers by using boats, mine carts, or any other method you know. Once that's done, lock them away without sunlight by building another 5x5 platform. On the edge of the build, destroy one of the corner blocks and place a double chest in the hole you made. Then destroy another 3 blocks surrounding the chest and replace them with hoppers. After that, place 3 layers of walls around the top of the build to work as your cage for the iron golems. Then place 3 signs in the corner as I did and place a lava bucket in between them and a water bucket on the opposite side. The farm itself is mostly done, but you still have to scare the villagers somehow, so build a little enclosure on the side to lock a zombie in. Once you've got your zombie, click it with a name tag so it doesn't despawn, and break the glass blocks nearest to the villager so it sees its targets. Now, lock the zombie away from sunlight, and place buttons above its cage so the iron golems don't spawn on it. And your farm is ready. Now just wait and you'll get tons of iron flowing into your chests without doing anything. If you still use coal as your main fuel, then you gotta stop. A better counterpart is lava. That's because it can smelt a larger quantity of items and can be automated by building this easy lava farm. This machine can be built as small or as big as you want to. The materials for one tile are 1 cauldron, 1 dripstone, a few building blocks for the build and for temporary uses, 4 trapdoors, and a lava bucket. For every tile you want to expand your farm, you'll have to get the same exact materials about from trapdoors and just combine them. First, start by placing your cauldron somewhere. Then place a temporary block and another block above the one already placed. Now you can destroy the temporary one and replace it with dripstone. Once that's done, place another non-permanent block on top of the other one and surround it with trapdoors of choice. Now you can close them and destroy the block in between them, filling the gap with lava. And that's how simple this farm is. Now all you gotta do is wait till the lava drops through the dripstone into the cauldron and duplicates itself. I highly advise that you make this farm much bigger than just one tile, so you can get much more value out of it so you never have to go mining coal again. Food is one of the most important components of your gameplay, with one of the best sources of it being a cow, which not only drops raw beef, which is crazy nutritious, but also leather, which can be later used for crafting books for an enchanting table. That's why the most simple food farm is this extraordinarily primitive cow crusher. The materials for this build are 8 building blocks, a hopper, a chest, 1 stair block, a fence, a water bucket, and you also have to find at least 2 cows. When starting building, first dig a 2-long hole and place a chest and a hopper going into it. Now place a temporary block above the hopper and an upside down stair block attached to it above the chest. After that, build around the temporary block with permanent ones like so. So there is a 2-block wall on each side, and add 1 more on the right of the chest. Now you can destroy the temporary block and lure at least 2 cows into the cage. Once that's done, using a temporary block, place a fence above the cows, then destroy a block on the side where you have access to the cows, and place a water bucket so the animals start jumping, and replace the block to stop the water from escaping. Now that your farm is done, all you gotta do is breed the cows and wait till entity cramming starts taking place. When it does, the cows are gonna suffocate and their drops are gonna appear in the chest below. You can always enhance this farm by adding more chambers for the cows or by expanding the storage system. One of the most used blocks for both building and crafting recipes apart from wood is cobblestone. That's why you should make an easy farm to gather as much of it as possible. But not this one, but something similar to this one, which can be easily AFK'd. The materials for this build are going to be very simple to gather, similarly to the farms before. You're going to need 2 chests, 5 hoppers, 5 stair blocks, 18 building blocks, a slab, 5 lava buckets which you can get from the lava farm which I showed before, and 2 water buckets. So let's get to building. First, dig a 2-block hole and place a double chest in it, and 5 hoppers in a line going into it. The next step might be a bit messy, but it will be worth it in the end. So place 5 temporary blocks on the side of the hoppers and build on top around the ones already placed. Now place even more non-permanent blocks on the hoppers and fill the gap made with water buckets. Once that's done, place 2 stairs on both sides going inwards and 3 in the middle like so. Now you can remove all the temporary blocks about from the ones above the hoppers. After that, place a slab in front of the build and building blocks around the temporary ones. Later, build the whole construction up by 1 block on the side and remove the temporary block so the water starts flowing. Then you can place lava above the water and your farm is done. Now you can get an infinite amount of cobblestone or stone if you use Silk Touch in a fairly quick amount of time, with the only thing you need is a pickaxe. And if you get efficiency 5 and haste on a diamond or netherite pickaxe, you can insta-mine all the 5 blocks, making the process even quicker than it already is. If you enjoyed the video, then consider liking, subscribing, and maybe even checking out some of my other videos, and see you in the next one.